It cannot continue like this. We cannot accept that hundreds of people die when trying to cross the sea to Europe.
Human tragedy continues to unfold in the Mediterranean Sea, which has become a mass graveyard for migrants. An estimated 900 people were aboard a boat that capsized off the coast of Libya on Saturday, April 18th. Only 28 people survived what a UN official described as the worst massacre ever seen in the Mediterranean. Just 2 days later, 2 more incidents of boats capsizing took place off the coasts of Greece and Italy. The Mediterranean Sea is the deadliest crossing in the world. Last year, 218,000 people crossed the Mediterranean by sea. 3,500 of them died, according to the UN. So far this year, more than 1,600 migrants have died trying to cross the Mediterranean. That's a 10-fold increase from the death toll at the same time last year, and we haven't even reached the peak migration months. So why are migrants risking everything to make this perilous trip to Europe? Many of them consider the dangerous journey at sea to be less harsh than the realities they're fleeing in their home countries. Civil wars in Libya and Syria, the siege on Gaza, famine across the Horn of Africa, and drought in the Sahel are driving people to search for safety and economic opportunity in Europe. Smugglers have capitalized on the desperation of these migrants, charging up to $8,000 for the journey on what are often makeshift vessels that lack navigation systems. Italy, and in particular the island of Lampedusa, is the main destination of migrants traveling across the sea, given its proximity to North Africa. Last year, 170,000 refugees from Africa and the Middle East entered Europe through Italy, according to the UN. So what is Europe doing about this plight of migrants dying to get to its shores? Italy used to run a search and rescue operation, but last year handed it over to the EU due to domestic political pressure and high costs. Since then, the EU has run a much smaller and cheaper operation, the logic being that less rescue options would deter would-be migrants from daring to make the voyage. Clearly, that hasn't worked. But the recent disasters at sea seem to be a wake-up call for European leaders who convened an emergency meeting in Luxembourg on Monday this week. They came up with a 10-point proposal to be voted on later that would double the size of Mediterranean rescue operations and launch military operations against smugglers in Libya. But even if approved, they're still dealing with a small budget that may not be enough to tackle a growing problem that extends far beyond Europe. Is it time Fortress Europe eases its immigration restrictions so that no one ever considers risking their lives to make this journey? What do you think should be done?